GTX 1080s Classified Edition. These are the kind of the top tier of the 1080s that you could buy. Stock for stock for stock. Out of the box 21.2, and let's call it 752. 60 is the new 70 for the 1080s. All right, so we're gonna drop this number to 60%, and we're at power of 750. So we kept power constant. Yep, and that's 34 on the dot. Richie P with a $10 dono like a boss. 34, so that's a 10 mega hash increase on that. So full system now is 170 mega hash. The pill does not work on Grint. No, the pill only works on ETH. We're sitting at 75.74 on those 5 cards. You can see 82 Celsius. These cards are really working now. Well, this one's holding pretty good, but look at that power difference. So if you had this rig, this is on a 1500 AXI. So this is on the Corsair 1500 AXI power supply. This is normally for a 6-card rig, and we would be really up there with maxing out this rig. This was an overkill for this particular rig, putting a 1500 power supply on it. You know, because these are 1080s, but it looks like it's really needed here for prog proof of work. Let's put 100 on the core clock. Now this might not work. All right, here it goes. Oh, look at that, 1360. We're really pushing it, but we did push up the speed of this machine now to 84. It's still climbing. That's a plus 100. So we took it from 75.79, but look at that power usage, 1370. You had kilowatts on that, it'd be screaming right now. Let's leave those two the same. Let's see if we can steal some power out of this thing. Let's drop this down to the 65. No, it's dumping. So I don't think it likes that. Let's bring that down. That was not stable. Let's take this down to 75. Let's take the memory down to 4 1/4. I like testing what the high limit is and not touching the power and then working the power down. I want to see what's in the realm of possible, and then I want to break it back down. Now we stripped a lot of power off that right now with the overclocks, and we're at 80 mega hash. So you can tell right now that you don't need to run them under full power and still get the same amount of hashes or higher, which is good. And then that's a pretty big power difference. That went from 1340 down to 840. We're holding, and then this is something you gotta let run for a bit, but let's say 118 mega hash. So 118 mega hash at 1265 watts. Full system, which is about 1155 watts for the cards alone. And they're getting pretty warm. I'd have to put external cooling on these. Try to bring us down to 65. Now we were at 1265 watts. This is why this matters. We're at 1200 watts. This is the reason why you want to do this is you don't want to pay for more electricity than you need to. And also, even if it drops the mega hash that you're getting by just a little bit, it's a math problem to figure out, like, am I paying for X amount of wattage, and can I shave off 25–30% of that wattage and get nearly the same mega hash? 865 watts versus 1200, same machine. We dropped to 110 sols from 109. Now that's what you would call a good change. Well, it is all about the power to a point. We were 1265 watts for this full machine at 119 sols, but when we dropped the power limit to 65%, we went down to 865 watts, 400 watts off for 110 sols. So we only dropped 9 sols per second. So we're at power limit of 65%. Did we do some lower end cards? Yes, they're on all right, 55. So we did steal a lot more power off. All right, we're gonna bring this guy down where I don't have to, like, I'm a beast, and yes, I can pick up a lot of stuff, but there's no reason to if the table moves. I'm dropping the table before I can put this rig on there. I can reach it up high, and yes, my muscles are fine. If the table will drop all the way down for I can put it on there, I'm going to take advantage of that. Up to 6.6. So now here's a 7-card rig we're in. These are baseline numbers. This is not stock. This machine has a BIOS that has fixed clocks on it. So the fixed clocks are 1200 to the core and 2100 to memory. It has timing strap BIOS on it, optimized for Ethereum. All right, so out of the box, these things are with those hard-coded settings. This machine is doing 210 mega hash at 1169 watts, 1170, let's just call it. All right, 998. These things are pretty sick. For for BitTube, this whole rig. So it's almost 1,000 hashes per card. I mean, like I said, these were like, we're up to 13. Oh, B1337. Leet power. Now this is going to be not the full settings for this, and it's going to be hampered settings because the core clocks on these cards are turned down. They're hard-coded at 1200, and they should be about 1366. So we should have at least a full mega hash or more. 75 souls for this whole system. We're getting about 10.4 to 11.8. 11.8. We'll see if it holds that up. We'll be doing Raven here in a second too on it. But you can see, depending on the hash order and the complexity, now it's dropped back down to that. But look at the power. The power came down with it. So we're only at 1,060 watts right now, but we're only getting 56 mega hash total system. So Raven it all comes down to that hash order. So that hash order that you're seeing right there predicates essentially the complexity that it's working through, and it will slow down the relative hash rate when it's working on the harder parts. So thanks again for the likes and follows and subscribes. Again, subscribes to get you those icons that you guys see there. After we have 250 subscribers, it unlocks more emotes for I can put some cool emotes. I'll take a poll of what you guys want. We're going to do a live stream tomorrow.
Let's go.